Hey guys, welcome to another edition of this do-it-yourselfer channel, Tips for Dummies. We're gonna be replacing this light fixture on an existing brick wall. Alright, we're gonna put a new one and we're gonna get rid of that one. So the first thing to do obviously is you want to cut down the electricity. So we're gonna make sure that the light switch is off. Of course, it'll be much better if you turn off the breaker, but if you don't know where the breaker is at, well, this is what you can do. Just locate which one is the switch and put a tape over it, so that way you know that nobody's gonna mess with it. Alright, so we're gonna proceed. Alright, so if you notice, it has these little bolts, screws I should say. You gotta take them off and put them aside. Alright, now take both. Alright, now the whole, ooh, wow, yeah, a lot of stuff came out. Can tell there was, I don't know what it was there. Weird. But anyway, so now that you have it, we're going to disconnect the cables. And as you can see, it has the ground cable. The ground cable is holding the lamp. Okay, so that's what you can do if you're working with only one hand or two hands. Okay, I'm gonna clean that up. Alright guys, so I'm gonna disconnect the ground cable so I can pull this thing down, and I wanna get this out so I can clean the inside. There was a lot of insects or insect poop, or I don't know what the heck is that. Alright. Okay, so this is the new light that I got. I'm gonna take it apart. It's an outdoor lantern. It is made for outside. So this is an outside light. Well, it is code. Alright, I'm gonna open them up and let's see what we have. Instructions. We got an LED lights. We got the new wire nuts. And the light itself, and we have a brand new hardware. So just like the other ones, I'm gonna take the nuts out. Make sure you don't loosen. This is to take the hardware outside the or away from the new light. Okay. And we're gonna take the hardware out. Okay. And it seems like if this is just gonna be plain straight. Okay. Alright guys. So we're gonna take the old hardware out. What I'm gonna do after I install this one, I'm gonna put silicone so that way insects cannot get into it here. Okay. Alright. So now I have a skeleton right there. A lizard skeleton. I don't know if it got electrocuted. I don't know. That's a lot of stuff. Well, it does happen. So I'm gonna clean that up, alright? So what I'm gonna do next is that I'm gonna loosen this bolt. This is so that way we can move this around. Alright? And have it the way you want to. So in other words, this is gonna be like that. Okay, and this is gonna go, this is gonna be straight like that. Okay, so let me get the new bolts. All right, so the new light fixture, it should have come with two bolts like this. All right, so this bolt is what we're going to be using to put the new hardware on place. Okay, I make sure I put one cable on each one of the sides. It doesn't really matter, this thing is still going to move, but make sure this is tight and it doesn't move. Okay. All right, so it's pretty tight. Now next I'm gonna bring a level and I'm gonna level this out, since the light fixture is set to be parallel. So I'm gonna put the level on the bolt. Once it's level, then we go ahead and proceed and tighten these bolts. We're going to go ahead and make sure it's really tight so that way it don't move. We're going to tighten both on the center and on the side. Okay, now we got a really tight hardware and it'll be secure for the light. Okay, so the next thing to do is to measure the length of the bolts, because that's where the nuts are going to be put on, and if they're too long, well, the nuts are not going to be able to get tied. You just want a little bit out, and it seems like if it's right there, it's in place. So you got these black and white cables, all right, and you got also these yellow and green, that's ground. All right, so the first thing to do is to put the ground on the ground bolt, which is green, and then we're ready to connect the other ones. You see how they are bent? We don't want them like that, okay? We want to unbend it. All right, so once you have the wires, well, it goes black and black. When you put the wires together, you don't have to twist them. The wire nut is gonna do the job. All right. ¿Cuánto dura? All right. ¿Cuánto? All right, so this thing came with a little gasket. Gonna put it there for each bolt, and then we're gonna put the nut to prevent water to go in. So the light is installed, the light fixture. Now we have to put the light. What I'm going to do again is I'm going to put some silicone all the way around the edges, so that way I don't get insects again. And I'm going to install the light bulb, and look how beauty, it's a pretty one. That looks pretty good. Okay. So I'm going to install the light bulb, and bingo. Now this is I believe it's a sensor. It has a sensor to turn on the light automatically. it out. And that's how it looks. And it's done. The only other thing is just to put the silicone on the side, but we just install a new light fixture.